That's right. With the help of AI, I believe I can tell you what the price of any stock you want me to analyze is going to be on January the 1st of 2028 within a 75% accuracy. Why do I believe that? Because that's what I've been working on and for the last year and a half. Coming to understand what AI can do, and with all the knowledge in the world, what I can do to predict the price of a stock somewhere in advance. Not with tomorrow, not next week, not even the end of this year with that much accuracy. But you give me 3 years and I can use AI to analyze a company's revenue growth, earnings per share growth, and the other activities that their balance sheet, their income statement, their 10K, their cash flow statements, and then their earnings reports on a quarterly basis, and I can bring it down to within a 75% accuracy. I believe I can tell you what the price is going to be. Now, might it change between now and then? Yeah, because the financials might change. But let me take you to my tell sheet, and I believe my tell sheet can tell me everything I need to know to analyze what is the future value of growth stocks. Okay, here it is. This is Kerry's tell sheet. Been working on this for a long time. Just this weekend, totally revamped it. What I'm doing is looking at what is the current price, the market value, the PEG ratio, the PE ratio, and getting the metrics of a stock. I am then asking, because I believe there's only three things that really make the difference of whether a stock is going to grow or not. And that is revenue, revenue, and revenue. If you aren't growing your revenue, your stock is not going to grow unless you fire people or you buy back shares. But you've basically, if you aren't growing your revenue, and I choose in excess of 20% per year over the past 3 years, and that's what I'm analyzing here, over the projected coming 3 years and the overall average for 6 years. If you aren't growing your revenue by 20%, you aren't a growth stock. You're just a company that makes money for your executives and maybe your shareholders in dividends, but you are not a growth stock. Then what I look at is the projected earnings per share growth over the next 3 years. I then analyze it in the form of a 40% rule. And then the next thing that I do is say, if they are growing and they're growing in the next 3 years, they've got to be building up their staff. And so I look and find out what is the growth of their employee base over the past 3 years. If they're anticipating growth, in most forms, they're going to have to increase their employee, particularly at this stage in the development of AI, because we are building out the infrastructure. We need boots on the ground, and we need individuals working day in and day out in the office to grow our business. So those are the things that I analyze. Then the next thing I say, is this a fairly valued stock, or is it a depressed stock because of the circumstances that it finds itself in? So I look at what is the 52-week high and how far off are they? And that tells me if they're a current stock like Apple, who is off 17%, or like ACLS, that is in the semiconductor business, they're off 63%. So that gives them tremendous catch-up potential. Then what I look at and say, what does Wall Street believe their price is going to be within the next 12 to 18 months? And how far off that price is the current price? That gives me additional information. I take all that information and I feed it into, right here, the health my AI agent, and I ask them, give me the health of the financial health of the company. That is, here's its financial statement, here's its balance sheet, here's its cash flow statement, here's its most recent 10K, and here's its earnings report. Now analyze all that information and give me the health of the company. Now, here's what the analysts believe their earnings per share and their revenue are going to grow over the next 3 years. Now, you give me a projection, a conservative, a moderate, an aggressive projection of what the price of that stock is going to be. This is AI analysis, and AI can do that faster and more efficiently than I can for myself. So that's why I say, with the help of AI, I can do this. I can predict the price of a stock within 75% accuracy. What I'm saying there, of the 60 stocks that I will analyze eventually, 75% of them are going to be right on the money. With that, I then come in and I say, this is the price of ACLS in 2025, which is very close to what its price is now. This is what it's going to be in 2026. This is what it's going to be in 2027. And if I buy it today at this price of $58.47 at 166.66, I'll make 185% on the stock. I've shown a few others that I have done. This is Amazon. And you'll notice the price of that stock, because Amazon is not, they are building the infrastructure. They're paying for the infrastructure. So their earnings per share is not going to grow substantially in 2025 and not much in 2026. But by 2027, they're going to be hitting me and you for AI in engagement on their website. And we are going to pay something per month if you're using their service. And they are going to grow at 115% from the price today of $197.95. That's how I do it. Is everything a growth? No. And again, you may not like this, but I predict Palantir will lose you 33.9% between now, unless they do something different. But right now, they are extremely overvalued with a PE ratio of 152.45 and a PEG ratio of 4.67. I think they're in front of their skis, and that's how I'm doing it. Again, this is not Kerry's. It is Kerry's tell sheet. But Samantha, my AI agent, is driving these numbers, because in 15 minutes to 20 minutes, Samantha can analyze their income statement, their balance sheet, their cash flow statement, their last earnings call, and their 10K, and then their projections in growth in earnings and revenues, and give me these numbers here. So that's what this is all about. This is probably the last time you're going to see this, unless you're a member of our Gold platform. So if you want to access as I grow this, and what I know is it'll only get better, and I'll bring that up from 75% to 80%, and maybe even higher, because I've got Samantha on my side. I've got artificial intelligence that can analyze these financial documents in a matter of minutes, where it would take me weeks to do the same thing. I was asked today, when will artificial intelligence be smarter than mankind? And I said, for me, today. Today, AI can do things I can't do. So I mount them as smarter. And what blows my mind, this is going to hit the medical field like thunder. This is going to change. I'm being diagnosed by 3 doctors right now. I, with AI, will be diagnosed with all the knowledge in the world, all the facts and figures, and my health history and my family's health history. It's going to, if it can do it for finance, it's going to change the world of health. It's going to change the world of education. This is the greatest thing that has happened to mankind. Okay, that's where I'm at. I don't know where you're at. I don't know where you want to be. But if you want to get on the bus 13, Best of Us Investors, show up at the website, sign up for the gold level, and let's take a ride.